So I recently achieved one of my biggest goals that I've been trying to go for about at least 7 years, 5 to 7 years. And it was a goal that I had seen a lot of people, a lot of my friends accomplish multiple times even. And I just wasn't getting it. And this video is about this, about starting to enjoy the journey, something that I've recently realized how to do, and how to just experience more joy and be less judgmental of oneself. If you haven't guessed already, that goal was to get a girlfriend. Not just any girlfriend, a girlfriend you can have a loving relationship with, one that feels super in love. And by the way, this video is unscripted, so please bear with me a little while. I want to explain the process of starting to enjoy the journey more. See, this goal is pretty basic or pretty universal when being in a relationship or simply wanting to have someone that loves you. And maybe for like the last year, I would say, it was something that I was really focusing on, especially during quarantine, during the times where we were more isolated. I was like, wow, that'd be so great to have someone that I could just be with. And then as the world started opening up again, I focused less on it, but it was still in the back of my mind. And it probably had been for the past years, but less and less, because maybe I stopped expecting that it would happen. I don't know. And I've always been a massive fan of self-help, personal development. I studied psychology because of that, and I continue to want to improve myself, but now it's less about the destination and more about what I can learn and enjoying the process. My girlfriend and I, we met on Bumble, and that was back in April. And it wasn't even something that struck me as a big moment. It just happened. And that's the thing. Because when you have these massive goals in mind, for me this was massive because I had never been in a relationship where I was so in love, I would say. That is never an overnight success. And even though you probably hear that a ton, that nothing's ever an overnight success, now reflecting back on it, I realized that, yeah, it started with one date, and it built from there. It wasn't love at first sight, it was, wow, this is a really cool person, I hope I can get to know them better. And now, when I'm more in love, I can see that backwards. I mean, connect the dots. And now it's just part of my life, and I'm super grateful for it still, in the honeymoon phase. But what I need to be sure to remind myself is how grateful I am for this special person, and also how this used to be a big goal of mine. At some points, the thought of maybe it won't happen had crossed my mind, and sometimes I wasn't even trying to make progress towards it. I was not having much luck at some points in my life, and I didn't really know how to go about it even. All I knew was what I wanted and why I wanted it. And that's very important, actually, because when wanting to accomplish any goal, what you need to start with is knowing what exactly you want, making the details very clear, and then making sure that you are connected with the why of why you want it, so that you have the motivation to keep it in mind and progressing towards it. Now, I knew what I wanted, and my girlfriend fits that description pretty amazingly. But the why wasn't as strong. It was quite strong because I wanted to go on adventures, have somebody that can travel the world with me, to be there, be caring, not non-judgmental. And now that I have it, it's just, I've adapted to it already, which is crazy. Of course, I'm super grateful and always super excited to see her, but it kind of feels unreal, or either I haven't gotten used to it yet, or I have and it's adapted. Not really clear, but I'm just really appreciating it. And it makes me realize how it's not about achieving the goal, because now I could go on to the next goal, which is, I don't know. In relationship terms, it could be something bigger with her. And in terms of financials, it could be something bigger as well. But just by being with this person and reflecting back on how this used to be one of my biggest goals, I can now see that it's okay if it takes time. And oftentimes when we're trying to go for something big, we can get discouraged, either from imposter syndrome, not thinking this is for us, or thinking that we don't know how we'll get there. But being able to trust that it will happen and believe that it will is one of the most powerful habits or mindsets that you can have, actually. Because if you believe it'll happen, then your mind will stay focused on it. And if you believe it'll happen, then when the opportunity presents itself, it'll naturally flow into your life. And it won't even feel like this big moment of, wow, I finally achieved it. It'll just be, yeah, this is part of my reality. And I knew it was going to come eventually. And that's a non-judgmental way of living, which is amazing. When you're living non-judgmentally, then you'd have less self-destructive thoughts. You don't think, oh, why can't I do this? Oh, why I'm not enough for this? Why does this suck? No. When you learn to accept that your goals or whatever you want in life will become part of it, then you stop judging yourself for not having it. And I don't know which one will come first, either the not judging yourself for not having it, or letting it simply be and eventually flow into your life. But not judging yourself is probably one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because not only does having negative thoughts all day in your head bring you down and demotivate you, but having a clear mental space helps you to be more productive, helps you to enjoy life more, and just be happier. Now, it's not a simple step-by-step process. I've been doing this for years. I got into personal development 10 years ago, just because I wanted to be more and do more and have more. And I feel like now I'm at a place where I don't have everything that I want, but I'm trusting that it's going to come. And having this relationship with this person close to me helps a lot, actually, because it shows me that anything is possible. And especially with having a person who is so supportive and there for me in whatever moment, that I believe that anything is possible. So for whatever you want, just remind yourself that it is possible, and that, by the way, you might have to go through the difficulties of not understanding this, because I know I had. And that's why I still watch videos from other people talking about self-help. I still buy courses. I still keep on learning, because that's what I enjoy now. I enjoy the learning. And of course, the goal is still in mind. But I don't focus on only the goal and not enjoying the process. Learning the little things is what is important. Celebrate the small steps and write down what you want. Be super focused. And another thing that I love doing that I think has helped a lot is being mindful, meditating, so you can be aware of how you feel and be calmer, lowering your cortisol levels so that you can really focus on what you want in life. Make it a daily habit so that you know what you want. You've got this. Much love, and let me know what you thought about this video. Love to hear your thoughts. Where are you in your own personal development journey? Much love, and see ya.